Okay, so yeah, more Stranger of Paradise. Right off the bat, while I was doing the side missions, I found another missive. So those are not just in main levels, so I have no idea how many there's gonna be. I figured there'd just be 15 for 15 Final Fantasy games, maybe 16, like a 16th special one. So, but now I have no clue, because if some of them are in side missions, and I already know that there's one that's hidden in the Final Fantasy 2 area as well that I missed, and go back and get that later. So there's a lot, I assume. So yeah, also quickly, hello, Trash Man Sam, Rose Polyantha, and Pansy Zombie. How's it going? So yeah, I'll start off by reading this. It's nothing too big. Bikke is a crusty pirate. Of that there is no doubt. Upon our first meeting, I offered to bestow him a modicum of my wisdom upon. Offered to bestow a modicum of my wisdom upon him in return for a promise to guide all who seek chaos to me. To my surprise, he accepted with gusto. A remarkable man, unlike others of his kind, he has shown no signs of mistrust or disgust towards me despite my eccentricities or lineage. I suppose his experience as a Corsair captain has taught him to use whatever advantages present themselves, regardless of their origin. Still, I find him to be a fascinating subject, despite his painfully boorish jokes. I only pray that the scraps of knowledge I offer him are gifts will help bend the strands of fate that torment this troubled world. So yeah, I didn't mention it last time, I don't think, but I think it's pretty clear the fool in the missive that these missives are about are Astos, which yeah, going back to a comment that happened before the stream, apparently someone was complaining that they made Astos into a character instead of him just being a random boss fight. But you know, people are weird and dumb about Final Fantasy all the time. Why can't it just be a retelling of Final Fantasy VII split over multiple parts? That wouldn't get boring at all. I want to know exactly what's going to happen in part 3. So something else I forgot besides the missives is this weird conversation thing. So we're 2 behind, I believe.
May the crystal's blessing be with you.
All right, so far so good.
May the crystal's blessing be with you.
Pravka is a port town. There's also a port to the south of here, but it's closed, so there won't be a boat in sight.
I know I can trust you guys to take care of Cornelius, so I guess I better go take care of my fields.
But the earth is rotting. That's the whole point. How are you supposed to take care of your fields?
My children are such a riot. They like to pretend they're the warriors of light now.
What if they
Whenever I
are?
see one wearing a scary look on their face, I know exactly who they're imitating.
Well, you click on them multiple times? That's odd. I figured they just change based on this.
Jack, have you been taking care of yourself? Even warriors of light need their rest, you know.
Some guy from Pravica told me that he started keeping company with a man in black. Apparently, that man and his crew had a boat and weapons, the likes of which he'd never seen.
Wait. Does that count as a man in black? Bikke? Like, I guess he kind of has dark clothes, but he has, like, bright pearls and stuff on his neck, too. Alright, let's see if it says anything different.
Watch out for those pirates.
He does! Oh. Whoops.
Watch out for those pirates.
Okay.
Jack, have you been taking care of
I don't think it's gonna be anything major, but now I can't risk
My
it.
children are so...
Oh, that was different.
My children are so adorable, even when they're forcing a frown.
I know I can trust you guys to take care of me.
Pravka is a port town. There's also a port to the south of here, but it's closed.
Okay, that's weird how, like, a handful of them say something,
Crystal's blessing be with...
but most of them don't. 2 out of what, 7? Yeah. Weird. Oh, now there's less people for this one.
May the crystal's blessing be with you.
Okay, wait, so
May the crystal's blessing be with you.
this is weird.
Guess what? My lower back pain's finally gone. Could that be you Warriors of Light at it again?
That's what I'm expecting, is one of them to be like,
I feel like anything
oh,
worth
so also,
celebrating these
by the
days
way,
is
there's a
thanks to
6th
you guys.
crystal. There's a pink-haired girl. No one knows her name, but she comes and goes so quickly, like it's like lightning.
My children were putting on Act 2 of the Warriors of Light. But
Oh,
started
okay, I
throwing
definitely
a
wanna follow
tantrum
this
because
then.
of their empty bellies. Oh, I wish you could have been there to see it. I'm sure you'd agree. Chaos is no match for a hungry child.
I want this to be a full, like, multi-act story. I want to find out, like, their equivalent of what all the plot points are happening here. That's what I desperately need to see.
Princess Sarah and Princess Mia asked
If you click on all of them, your reward is a secret opera sing,
to have such
a opera scene
We
sung
are
by
blessed
some
to have them
toddlers.
as our princesses.
We sure are. They give us hope and shine a light
Oh,
on
this is a
dark times.
multi-person
Of
cutscene.
course, they're not the only ones making our lives a little more bearable. You guys give us hope too, Jack. Hope for an end to the darkness. A peaceful world.
Is this so? Before I streamed this, because I had to delay it a bit, I played a bit of the original Final Fantasy 1, and there's a cleric you can go visit, and I wonder if that guy's supposed to be the cleric. Because the clerics are how you, like, resurrect your party members and stuff back in the day, because we didn't have conveniences like Phoenix Downs back then. Yeah, he's got the look for sure. Alright, I think that's about everything. Oh yeah, so while doing the side missions, I've unlocked all of the advanced jobs. So we can move into that now, I suppose. Oh, another Fool's Missive. Dimension 13 is a place, a strange place crafted and governed by a system of divine machines. Right. The Fal'Cie, okay. Though discovered relatively recently, much effort seems to have been put into investigating whether elements necessary for Twist in the World can be found in its extraplanar pocket dimension. Or is it extraplanar? All that hard work seemed to point clearly at this rather aquatic locale. It seems to be a simple matter to artificially manipulate local weather patterns to force the introduction of unnatural warping into a biosphere. The result? A darkness generator. A product of a perverse design is on full display here, which makes for a fascinating spectacle. Okay. Darkness generator, okay. Wow, even the forest has got bats. They're like bats of light, though.
Chaos exists. I knew it.
Oh, he's so happy.
Told you.
Is that the entire scene? It is! Wow, it's so bright now. I'm not used to this. It is weird how this doesn't look as good as the Sunleth Waterscape from 13 proper, because Final Fantasy 13 looks like a PS6 game. But yeah, I decided how I'm going to do things is I'm going to work towards even more jobs on stream and do kind of housekeeping off stream with the side missions and stuff. So I'm going to like fill out the jobs with the abilities that don't lead to other jobs and stuff like that, and save the job unlocking for the streams. More or less. Who knows how it's going to exactly work out, but yeah, all the basic jobs are taken care of now. And something else I found out while looking through all the abilities and stuff, the basic jobs can basically be thought of as that weapon. So their ability, if you get to 400% affinity, is you get the ability to equip all abilities of that weapon type. So like you can use the spear abilities from the Dragoon class, for example. So you can build a full combo set only with these basic jobs. So they're kind of like a set of freelancers from Final Fantasy V, where the freelancer in 5, the idea was it had no specialization, but you could equip 2 job abilities, and it also got bonuses for every job you mastered. So this is the same kind of thing where they pay off the more jobs you finish off and come back to. Because yeah, the advanced jobs, meanwhile, they have their own weapon abilities, and they're specialized to their specific thing too. Like the warrior is based around defense, and all of their weapon abilities, the actual like combo abilities you can unlock, they're defensive. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm really interested to see what late game customization looks like. Playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time, any tips? You might want to make light use of a guide. It's not as bad as 5 and 6 can be, but it still has that old era design where there's stuff you'll just miss. There's stuff you'll miss that doesn't matter. Like there's an insane type of run you can do for Final Fantasy VII where you have to get 99 of every item, and the game has a ton of really random one-off items. Like you go to like an early area is like a train graveyard. There's ghost enemies that drop a ghost type item that does like a drain skill, and it's the only place in the game you can get it. And so they'll say, okay, grind here and get 99 of those, and that's meaningless. Don't do that. But there's other stuff where it'll be like, here's a side quest if you talk to these specific things or like interact with this little object, and you'll never get that if you don't know. So yeah, like don't be afraid to reference a guide. Yeah, a good example early on actually is in Shinra Tower. There's a mini game you can do where you have to answer this guy's questions, and each time you get it wrong, the reward you get degrades. So the only way to get the really useful item from it is to do it on your first try. And I think you can still do it. It's just, yeah, it's not. It's just there's some old stuff that's just not really super well realized for that kind of thing. I guess the game's not hard. Don't think of it like that. Like you don't need a guide to figure out how to beat the bosses. You can't really have bad builds or anything like that because it's just a matter of you level up materia. The materia gives you more skills. You can use those skills on whoever you want. The materia modifies their stats, so it's not like obviously like Aerith will have the best magic, Barret will have not the best magic, but like yeah, it's not the most challenging game out there. It's just got some obscure stuff, and if you want to see it, you're gonna have to use a guide probably, unless you're gonna just comb the game and like maybe save scum a bit. There are also some things you can do where you can like, if you get once you get the steel materia, you can get some good gear a lot sooner than you should. Because like Cloud doesn't get a new weapon in that game for a very long time, but you can steal a sword from one of the types of Shinra soldiers. I forget which. But yeah, that went a bit longer than I expected. But yeah, really like there's nothing major. You could just play it blind, nothing would change, but you'll miss a little bit of stuff probably. Oh, I meant to change jobs. I don't need to be at a save point to change jobs, but yeah, should pick which advanced jobs I want to start with. I'm definitely feeling Monk, and that actually reminds me, I was recommended Monk because one of their early abilities is Chakra, which lets you purify debuffs, which that for a game like this, I feel like that would be very, very good. I'm also feeling Thief, because not only do they increase drop rates, which doesn't seem like a problem exactly right now, but they also, their steal ability isn't for items. What you do is you steal instant abilities from enemies. So it's a way to use it without having to wait for them to use it and parry, which I like. So yeah, I think I'll give these two a shot first. Who knows how well they synergize, but it's also about leveling them up and stuff and getting useful abilities too. Oh, I guess I'm using a spear for Monk. I do like the fist moveset more. Yeah, the advanced jobs let you use a lot more weapons. Some of them even let you use every single weapon. So yeah, there's a lot to consider. That was weird. Was that like a flower or something? Oh damn. Whoop, whoop, oh. Whoa! So I actually experimented, oops. I experimented with, whoop, wrong way. Making my control scheme into a Kingdom Hearts one, which actually, you can do it. It's possible. But my muscle memory is too locked in. I can't swap back anymore. I kept pressing the wrong button and just dying. So, you know. Oh, right. Whoop. There goes that. Okay, I'm gonna get back into the swing of things. Just wait. It'll be fine. Right, so yeah, I can charge up. I should probably do that before I start a fight, so I'm safe. When you charge up, I believe you also heal. I should probably have read that first, but whatever.
This is the one.
Yeah, Super Saiyan, let's go.
Warm welcome.
Be ready for anything.
Whoa, okay. Grudge Wheel. That's a cool name for a random little slug guy.
Watch yourself. That's all of them.
Focus on how we can do better next time.
Right, so I think I can get to a third level of focused if I upgrade this job a bit. So that'll be cool. I wish that Lances had a full combo for each type. Because it's nice that you can hit all good weaknesses, but the sweep and slam are one thing each. There we go.
You're in for it now.
Think before you strike. Whatever doesn't kill you.
We need to patch ourselves up.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything special equipped to my spear right now for finishers, but that will come. Or what? Yeah, no, I guess I only get like one spear ability though, because yeah, that's the downside of these advanced jobs is that you get more weapons, so you don't get as many weapon-specific abilities. You'll get one katana ability, one spear ability, and so on. What's with these? Like oh, they're just torches. They're weird-looking torches. Okay.
Whoa, that thing changes the weather.
Yeah. The forest is different.
This rain looks weird. They look like shooting stars. Like this looks like a meteor shower effect on the wrong background. Looks a bit more normal from here.
Check it out, Jack.
So one piece of muscle memory that I haven't picked up on is I keep pressing circle to open chests. That just feels like what it should be. But I understand putting it on the touchpad because that means that it doesn't get in the way of any combat abilities at any time.
Sometimes nature gets warped, corrupted, turns into this.
What is it?
When
Oh, they're charging up.
power is fused with the natural.
They can give me water gun. Nice, just for free.
Surprises.
It's just something I heard.
That's cool. That's like it's extra free just because it takes such a long time. I guess it doesn't do anything to them because they're water type, but you know. Yeah, just can steal water from just like wow. That's fast too. So I can just get those abilities for free. Oh jeez. All these bubbles count. Yeah, with those rapid attacks, it can really shred your defense gauge, whatever it's called, soul gauge. Oh, this is a different place. I see some slugs. Okay. Oh my god, the rapid parries? Yeah, the parry is so generous, so like there's no reason not to do it. It's just free MP at that point. I appreciate the weird Final Fantasy 13 crystals here. Like, unfortunately some of the older Final Fantasies just don't have as many like iconic environmental designs because they're so sprite based. Okay, what can you give me? Stone Blast, okay. It does seem like, besides stuff like with bombs, it's more ideal to just use the instant abilities against other enemies in the group. Oops. Yeah, another piece of muscle memory that's not really clicking for me is I keep pressing R2 to block for some reason. Like, I don't think that's even how you block in Final Fantasy 15. No, it's square. So yeah, I don't know quite what's going on with me there. One thing I know for sure is that the X button for these kinds of attacks doesn't do it many favors. They're too heavy, they're too slow. Kingdom Hearts gets by having much lighter attacks. Oh. Oh, the environment stayed changed. Yeah. I forget that it's not like a normal death. It's going back to the start and the enemies come back. The level itself doesn't change. Do wish I had like a magic class going right now so I could just use some lightning on them or something. Oh well. So crawlers do really flinch from a stone blast. Yeah, it's as much as a parry. Oh, I thought... Okay, getting broken is too similar to dying. It's way too similar. I keep thinking I'm dying. Yeah, the weather toggling thing is a Final Fantasy 13 gimmick. I know it is a thing in the original 13. It's more prominent in 13 too. But it is a thing. It's specifically the gimmick level for Vanille and Saz.
Ready to try again?
That was quick.
The next fight might not be so easy.
Wait, so what makes that fight easy? And the other ones when I lose like one piece of health, and it's like, oh man, we gotta figure out how to do better next time. Oh man, that was terrible. feel like I can fall off here, but that just looks like I'm going backwards, I think. This part that's playing in the song right now isn't the Final Fantasy 13 theme, but it does sound very Final Fantasy 13, which makes sense because it is one of the Final Fantasy 13's I'm getting really tongue-tied this stream. But yeah, one of the...
Can't get through this.
Can't get through this, huh? Yeah, Mizuta does a lot of the really, really good songs from Final Fantasy 13, in my opinion. The main composer is Hamazu. I forget their first name, but yeah, they do a lot of the more like experimental songs. Hamazu's more traditional orchestral kind of sounds. I'm trying to think of a good example off the top of my head, but I don't remember the 13 track names very well because there are 3 games.
Not dead yet.
Ugh. Can't get through this waterfall, it's impossible. Really, video games have distorted people's perception of waterfalls because they are actually incredibly hard to get through because they're just pounds and pounds and pounds of water falling on you. Like, it is actually devastating to get through one. Though realistically, you shouldn't be standing that close to it either.
Come on.
Let's knock them down.
Oh, you know what? Actually, now I think about it, what this reminds me of is the piano version of Noel's theme from Final Fantasy 13 2, just without the vocals.
Here it comes.
So getting an instant ability is definitely nice, but at the same time, it's not necessarily worth one whole MP. Well, speaking of not ideal, I guess, at some point the game swapped out to, it swapped Neon out, so it's back to Ash and Jet again. I'm trying to make sure it's balanced.
We've got a hard road ahead of us.
Just keep hitting them.
Now then.
Ready to
Okay,
try
I'm starting to
again?
get the hang of things again. Getting some better gear too, I should do a quick swap. Well, that didn't change much of anything. Toothpick changes everything. Oh yeah, I wonder if the waterfall just has a chest or if it's progress. I feel like it's progress.
Looks like we can pass through now.
Yeah, it's looking very progress-like. The worms are mean. They don't seem so bad.
Hope it's good.
Me too. Ah, neutral. So weird thing I was thinking about is that your job level doesn't actually increase
Now we got
your
an easy way
stats.
back.
Remember this for later.
So like you don't, when you level up your job, you're not directly gaining anything most of the time. There are points where you can get just pure stat boosts, like the knight can raise your HP, but mostly it's coming from your gear. And that's interesting because that basically means that the enemies are just dropping level ups. Like it'll say like, oh, the recommended level for this stage is 28 and you're not at that level, you better watch out. But the enemies drop progressively higher level gear, so when you're beating an enemy that drops level 28 gear, you're now level 28. So it's like a reversed kind of leveling up, if anything. Okay, so what am I working towards? Ninja or assassin? So yeah, the ninja sounds interesting. They're like a magic type class, except their skills cost items, and once you're out of those items, you can't do anything with them anymore. You have to go to a save point to get them back. And meanwhile, assassin's much more straightforward. It's just when you do critical hits to them, it adds a mark to them, and the more marks they have, the more damage you can do. Either or sounds good, so I guess I'll just go to whichever first. Okay, then what am I going for with monk? Tyrant and assassin. Okay. So if I do these, I can work towards assassin and actually get it right away. Versus, I do hear tyrant is very good. Whatever. Leveling up isn't that hard. Sage and Paladin. Oh, I do want to get Paladin and Dark Knight together at last. Oh, hydrate? Okay. I'm all hydrated. I feel like I should be swapping jobs more, but leveling up a bunch of jobs a little bit doesn't benefit nearly as much as getting to the job path and then swapping. So I guess as I press the upgrade button, my monk is probably going to change weapons and to whatever's best. So that'll be something. Like your entire moveset will just change sometimes. Oop. Oh, oh, the tail curled me in. Oh, so I just noticed. Yeah, I forgot that that's just how it works. You get 3 casts of basic magic versus... Whoop. Ouch. Wait, is Neon on my party? I guess. Did I swap them and then just not remember? That must be what happened. I mentioned on Twitter, but I do really appreciate the focus on Final Fantasy locations for once, because there are like at least half a dozen Final Fantasy character crossovers. There's Dissidia, there's Brave Exvius, there's all kinds of stuff. There's lots of things where you can get all your favorite Final Fantasy characters either in your party or interacting with each other. Okay, what kind of Griffin can you even give me? Sonic Blade, huh? Okay. Well, that didn't do much at all. Oh, it's just a wind attack. Okay. It's not Kingdom Hearts.
Save some of that for later.
Let's take it slow.
Oh, didn't flinch. Okay. I have beaten one of these before, but it's probably slightly stronger now. Oh. I wish I did just have like an actual ranged class to just snipe these enemies when they're at low health from afar instead of having to chase them down. Oh, no, that wasn't a death. Still in this. Okay, it's almost broken. So am I. Not literally, but you know. No, don't fly. Oh, you're broken. Okay. And I probably have to do this again, but I'll take this for now. I got some gear, so I can do it better next time. Actually, I feel like if I just smash this, I could probably just defeat it without having to fight the Griffin. But whatever.
We got a ways to go.
Yeah, I'm out of potions. Unless there's a save point coming right up, then yeah, this isn't gonna be ideal, I don't think. Hey, we're back to the good clothes. Okay, Monk I think can let me heal, at least. If I focus. I don't have, oh, I have 1 MP, okay. I guess I'll give that a go right now then. Yeah, that, whoop. Oh, that's not much. I wonder if I should have stayed still longer. Passive the branded, huh? I actually know what that one means.
I can't shake.
Of course. You've seen what's in the shadows.
Alright, Steel Peak. Okay, we got a new fist ability, okay. And sneak attack. Okay. So now I have just flat out paralysis abilities. That might be handy. It all costs MP at the end of the day, but you know. Status ailments are status ailments. This is definitely good for destroying their rate gauge. It goes down like it's nothing. It is interesting how, yeah, the break gauge is functionally a second health bar. Like it's either you can defeat it normally with a traditional health bar, or you can beat it aggressively by keeping up pressure. You don't get many games nowadays where the water just clips into the ground. They usually have some sort of dynamic thing that makes some foam around the edges. Look how shiny Jack is.
Let's go.
Make this entertaining.
Alright, now it's up to a curl. So yeah, you can reduce the maximum of their break gauge too. Oh, okay. Wow. The old enemies are just breaking like it's nothing.
Guess they're scared to come out.
Come on, let's tear out the roots.
Ugh, something in my throat. There, it's paralyzed. You can tell by how it's moving around so fast. Man, I feel bad for these guys. They're just free MP at this point. Oh, okay, it can attack me. Oh, can it hit me with a curl? Okay. Hello, Marvin. How was your friend's place? You didn't kill Chaos. Well, that's not very good. What's the point of having friends if you can't kill Chaos with them? Like, legitimately.
Follow me.
Oh, it looks like this enemy is getting regenerated by the weather. That's my guess. Oh yeah, so I was also looking at other affinity stuff. Because, yeah, the basic jobs give you an affinity for the ability to use all the weapon upgrades. Or abilities, whatever. You know what I mean. Meanwhile, the advanced jobs, like I said, they have other kinds of stuff going, like job-specific things, and one of them is, once you get to 400% at least, it is a 50% increase to wall splat damage. So that's good. That's fun. I do like that. Yeah, Chaos in Dissidia is very hard. I wonder if any of Dissidia Chaos's moves are going to make it in.
Be ready for anything.
Whoop, damn. Oh, damn. This Cactuar is kicking my ass. Oh, okay. Just got hit by 1,000 needles. Yeah, so it is interesting because Dissidia has very simple controls, but the game itself is different enough that I've never encountered anyone who can grasp it right away. Like, it's hard to internalize, even though it is just a matter of forward, backward, neutral for 2 buttons, and then, like, your dash, your basic movement, press triangle to wall run, that kind of thing.
I think we're safe.
Like, there's nothing about it super hard, but yeah, it's weird to grasp because it's not a typical fighting game.
Come on.
Jack, let's go.
No, no, no. Okay, this time I make sure I take out all the harpies and then go after the Cactuar.
This one's got some teeth.
Just getting warmed up.
The harpies are legitimately bad at hitting you sometimes because they're so high up.
That's all of them.
If we can breathe, we can fight again.
Okay, what do I... Oh, I should just steal the 1,000 needles.
Let's go.
Let's make this entertaining.
There we go. No! How dare you? There we go. These Cactuars aren't quite as good at escaping. They can run into walls sometimes as a treat.
Let's see what's inside.
Man, yeah, I'm still really waiting for that gear to vary from job to job. I want to look completely different, not just the weapon. Hello, Onyx, how's it going? For those of you who are familiar with Final Fantasy XIII, you may know that of all of the places besides Final Fantasy I, this is one of the highest chances you have to find and perhaps kill Chaos. You can set everyone's look to their default? Sure, yeah, how do you do that?
Now we've got an easy way back.
Are we gonna go back or what?
Just checking in for a little bit? Well, nice to see you. Oh, you can just convert all of your MP into health. Okay.
Can't get through like this. I barely even got going.
Barely even worth the trouble.
Oh! Right, Jack can't swim. Gotta remember that. Cannot descend at this time. Jack immediately sinks in water, and that's because he's so full from chaos. Yum. Oh, wait, this is just like a baby puzzle, I just realized. Chaos this, chaos that. When's chaos gonna show up? I mean, he might. You never know. Ooh, I got 8 potions. Nice. That's always good. Oh, so it's just a thing in settings? Okay. How do they get EXP for Dragoon? Oh, wait a second. So if your gear has job affinity, does that job just get EXP by default? 'Cause that's nice. Like, there's so many jobs, so if that is how it works, that's actually pretty handy. Alright, yeah, Breaker, I recall people saying was really good. Liberator seems like something that's for multiplayer. They like, have a whole bunch of defensive stuff going on. So yeah, that mean if I get these, like, Dragoon Affinity 10%, does that mean I always will get 10% of the EXP for the Dragoon job from then on? Like, if I keep playing, am I going to come back to have some basic jobs to level up? I am, because this one's a basic job. Okay. Huh. So that's definitely nice that you can just have a default armor. I don't think I'm necessarily going to do that. I kind of want to see what it all looks like, but it's nice, definitely, to have the option. As opposed to it not being an option at all, which is what it seemed like. Oh yeah, I guess I should still get this, shouldn't I? I don't know what it's going to do, because I already have the night job, but that's why I got to find out. Okay. Now to get rid of the water, which causes that pit to instantly drain. Oh, are there some vocals? Nothing now, but I could have sworn I heard some 13.2 style vocals there. Oh, there's Vaseline all over the camera now. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Step into the rainbow. See, there was a wall splat just there, and I don't even care if it's ineffective. I want wall splat damage up.
Whatever doesn't kill you.
Because that's the true Dissidia way. Another potion. I feel like, yeah, if you get really good at this game, you're going to finish a level with, like, 15 potions. Yeah, so, like, I was talking a bit about this on Twitter. People are talking a lot about how bad this game looks. But, like, I think it has some really nice aesthetics going on. And some really nice colors. It's just not high fidelity is the problem. Wait, did I just back around? I think I did. Yeah. A mini-map wouldn't hurt. These levels are not complex. Oh, I backed out anyways. Okay, wait, is this a new place? This actually looks... I think this is actually just a place from... Yeah, I recognize this. This is from 13. I remember this is where you fight all those armored guys, or you're not supposed to fight them. But I do, because you get a tiny bit of EXP. The location looked better than whatever Final Fantasy 15 had going. I mean, funny you say that, because there is a Final Fantasy 15 location in this game. And it's the best one, because it's from Versus 13.
Maybe I
Oh, okay. That's not death water.
It's all the same.
It is now. Oh! Man, okay, every time that happens, I think I'm dead. They really need like a different effect or something to make it clear that you're broken as opposed to dying. It's a very different thing.
That looks worth picking up. I'll take that.
I'm gonna say the barren wasteland is clear from 15. No, it's the castle. I'm hoping that it has a remix of Somnus, because that's like a really good classic Yoko Shimomura piece. Yeah, when I mentioned that, I hoped that that castle had. Yeah, oh, this isn't a spoiler, by the way. They've shown that castle in footage. Don't worry. How Dissidia is this game? Pretty Dissidia. Like, the Dragoon flat out. Actually, I think I can show you. The Dragoon has moves that are from Kain in Dissidia. Oops, wrong thing. And like, Garland, when you fight him at the start, at Chaos Advent, they're using Garland's Dissidia moves some of the time. Like, one of their sword moves is the move he uses. It's called Flare in Dissidia, but he does like a slam for the flare, so it's not really flare. Where's Dragoon? Oh, I can't see the job tree from here, so I can't show you the videos. But yeah, no. The, oh, which one did I swap up? Monk, okay. Yeah, so it's pretty Dissidia. You can literally get Dissidia weapons as a pre-order bonus, which I'm pretty sure are just going to be late game gear you can get later on. Because they're not late game when you get them from the pre-order. They're level 20, so I've got better stuff. They're irrelevant now. But I feel like it's the kind of thing you'd get for doing post-game. That's the vibe I get off it. And in terms of mechanics, it's kind of similar to Dissidia in some ways.
Should we check it out?
Because, like, there's wall splatting, like I said. Okay, now that I can show you the job tree. I can show you the movies. And also, you do different moves by pressing forward or backward on your control stick as you attack. Though it also has sideway movements. And in terms of lore, it's very, very Dissidia. One of the first things you get is a secret report saying, yes, this is a realm modeled after Dimension 14. When's the EX burst? That's basically what Lightbringer is, I guess. I just don't use Lightbringer very much. Okay, aerial break. See, yeah, no, that's flat out a move that Kain does in Dissidia. I haven't looked at a lot of the other movies yet, so there's probably other stuff I'm missing. Like, actually, I haven't unlocked it, but I've heard that the Tyrant job is very close to Garland. Yeah, it's the spinny move Kain does. It's also in Opera Omnia, that's why I remember it so well. Valley of Distant Defiant Thunder, huh? Well, you know what comes before the thunder, right?
Still scared of lightning, Jet?
I bet.
I have a perfectly healthy fear. You go out there, Ash. Then tell me those bolts aren't a hazard.
Okay, so that's sus. Ash and Jed seem to know some stuff about themselves. They haven't completely lost their memories, or there's just off-screen stuff that happened, and they just talked about how he hates lightning or something. Or he's the reincarnation of Riku from Final Fantasy X. There's many possibilities so far. We're very early in the game.
Time to go to work.
Oof. Oh, I'm getting pummeled.
You figure this?
Well, that was rough.
Okay.
Ran right into that one. Oh man, there's a lot going on here. Spear is definitely my least favorite moveset so far, I think. Well, I mean, so far. I have all the movesets, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's because it's kind of slow. It has some utility. It's, yeah, it's not bad or anything, but it's just not something I'd prefer to play if I had a choice. I'd rather, if I had a better weapon, I'd prefer to be using the fists right now. As a monk, I don't think that's too crazy. Or Jed is the warrior of light from Dissidia. Yeah. Oh, it's another Fool's Missive, Jesus. Jump scared by Fool Missives. Okay, Fool's Missive 10. Vexing though it is, the Dark Crystal's special features erase his memories upon every return to this world. So potent are its effects, the man can't even remember his own name. Strangely enough, wait, so that's not Jack. Jack knows his name. It appears the effects of those phantoms on the others are more ambiguous? Wait, those phantoms? As in, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake? Phantoms? They're called whispers in that, but they're phantoms. And they affect, like, the timeline. Okay, leading me to believe a portion of their memories are somehow retained intact. Okay, so they do have some memories, unlike not Jack, I guess, someone else, maybe the Warrior of Light. Nevertheless, I suspect the only fact they can recall clearly is that his particular powers are required for our little plan. Still, this should be enough to capitalize on to gain their assistance. I will need to continue to observe them during the next cycle before I make any overt moves. However, just in case... Oh, that's it. Alright. Yeah, it could be Prish. It's entirely possible. But yeah, no. Like, they say that he can't remember his own name. Jack remembers his own name. Shantoto Super Boss? Yeah.
That was quick.
That's the thing. You beat this game, and then the everyone was lying when they said the post game is just harder missions. It's actually just, okay, we're doing Dissidia Cycle 0. This is how it all started. So yeah, no, to go back to your earlier question, Onyx, it's very Dissidia. As it should be as an anniversary game. See, now if I had my other moveset, which I could just swap to it, but if I had my other thing, I could just throw a spear at it. Oh, the girl just hurt itself. I can't jump, so I can't do any fun aerial moves. I guess I'll just charge up. Right, the curl resists thunder. Like, most instant abilities are not good on the thing you steal it from. You gotta use it on someone else. Like this. Oh, no. No. Ow. The unavoidable attacks have such a long wind-up, but I always fall for them. I'm just gonna see if I have any good fists. So it's less agility, interestingly enough. Yeah, these are overall just stat debuffs. It's not just a matter of... oh well. This game can't be good? Why? An action game without a jump button is horror? There's plenty of action games without jump buttons. I can't name any off the top of my head because I usually play action RPGs from Square Enix, but you know. Wait, there's the Final Fantasy 13 theme. Alright, see you around, Onyx. Have fun. On both the homework and the studying.
Hey, Neon. Remember you said if we met Chaos, you'd start respecting Jack?
Huh. Did I?
Yep.
Wait, what the heck?
Sorry, he's right.
Does Jack remember?
What was that
Do
sound?
now. Thanks.
You guys heard that
Any
too,
chance
right?
You could forget that?
That came from my computer. Like, not my computer itself, from my my PC as opposed to the console. Where did that sound come from? Oh well.